Okay, I had a lot of technical problems here, so I've been recording this a few times. So today is gonna be a day of tons of content for this blog, huh? Am I even fucking trading? So, obviously I just produced a video where I went through all of my trades this week, which is like 80% win rate with 31 wins and 9 losses, and you can see how I verified all of those. So check out this link right here. This is my Substack chat, by the way. And you can see if I go out, you can see all of the categories I have. And this one is for my January notes here. So I wanted to show the last January 20, which is basically Monday, Sunday. I don't even remember. I think it's Monday. I posted a market prediction for the the free subscribers of my blog, and because I need to start making a title for all the videos that includes free analysis for everyone, because January 16, I think this one actually, because otherwise I can't even find it myself. I would have to like look at everything, right? Yeah, so this is okay. So in the video before this one, so this is the January 16 analysis. I had the video before this one, I think January 14, where I predicted from this orange arrow. So that's when I draw that we would go lower. And now I'm continuing on January 16 to predict that we should trade lower, right? And if I just increase the playback of this a little bit, you guys can sort of get a feel for what it looks like when you watch these free videos every week to week or day by day. So I am not specifically, just a second here, guys. Just a second. Okay. Good. This is something I was watching. So, day by day basis, right? And what you will see is for all my free subscribers, I don't exactly give stop levels and stuff like that. But I do predict things, and that's easier because many gurus and trade educators and stuff, they like to do this, right? They predict directions and stuff like that. And that's fine. But when you do a directional call, like I have an arrow here on the dollar that it's coming down to come up here and then go lower. I think that was from January 14. When I'm doing that, right? And I think this is actually where we are frozen right now. That was me showing the last video, right? January 14 here. So I'm showing January 16, which is showing January 14. God, I'm a sellout. So what I'm saying is you can see the flow of it, right? So January 14, I have a prediction here. I'm not trading it. There's a billion ways you can trade this direction. Many of them could be wrong, and it would still go down, even if you're trying to sell it, right? Because you get stopped out. Like, there's a billion ways to do that. For my paid subscribers, I share my trades. So here with these arrows, maybe we'll just add as like, a bias to your own trade studies. So right now I'm not decided if I'm going to keep that for everybody, but right now I've been sharing it for free because I do think I don't have that many followers and stuff, and I want to kind of grow my shit, grow my blog. Let's call it shit, but it's okay. I kind of want to grow it a bit. So if people are actually watching this and they see these things and they go through the whole thing and they watch and listen to my Chad dark masculine as fuck voice, then I do appreciate that. So you guys can see everything. So obviously in this video here, January 16, I went through my prediction. So this was the stock market. So I just want you guys to keep a note on that. NASDAQ, I predicted going down to go up, right? And the orange arrow means that it's like 60-70% favor probability, sort of like an emotional confidence that I have, right? So with all of that being said, let's get to the charts, right? So I predicted this move here, January 14 to January 16. And January 16, I predicted we would come up to come down, which is this arrow for this week here. And looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now, I don't know if we get to the full target, but I'm pretty satisfied here, which is why I took profits on my euro longs that I shared over here. You can see I have long shared there. I have some long shared here. So that was all based on the analysis that I shared here. And obviously that's pretty much, with the basket of the euro being 50% of the dollar index, you know, it's a pretty much mirror here, right? And the structure was a little bit more broken to the upside here, so kind of like a breakout here. But let's see what happens. This area is a little bit overextending, so let's just keep it like that. So I think that's pretty much done for dollar and the euro. What I'm gonna be watching here is, do we find, and this is not a precise arrow, okay, when I do these updates. If I do these for my paid subscribers or founders, specifically for them, I'll keep these arrows more precise. But generally speaking, I'm looking for some kind of up move from here, come down to go up. I will say this though, it's basically based on the fact that we don't trade below this low here. So I do think this is sort of like something that's potentially done going lower, and I'm looking forward to eventually go higher. And it's gray for now, so do take note of that. And I have a similar idea here on euro. It's just very sort of quick arrow, right? Not precise. And pound, of course, I was preferring a bit lower before going higher, but here we are. And it's a similar situation here that I'm looking for, okay? And since we have euro and pound, I am looking, at least short term, for some kind of move lower. It doesn't have to go all the way down, but I'm looking for some kind of move lower on euro pound. So let's go to the equities and NASDAQ. So you can see I shared this arrow here that we would come down to go up. So most of my trades are based on that. And I do have a long-term short position that I am thinking could come into play, something like that, which you can check out if you're a paid subscriber. Now, from here, I'm sort of very softly thinking we should take all-time high, at least on ES, while on the NASDAQ, and this is where we have the arrow that I predicted from the beginning of the week. The NASDAQ, I am actually more focused on potential weakness to come in here and not take out all-time high, and then maybe go lower for the rest of this year. At least that's what I'm observing, right? So at the time of the recording, it doesn't mean I'm gonna do what I'm saying here. It's just what I'm seeing right now. Whenever I see something and I take a trade on it, I share it with the paid subscribers, right? But, you know, as you can see, I've been a little lucky with my predictions, and I think that, I'm not showing something useless here, right? I've even missed trades where these predictions, they panned out. Like for example, gold. I missed a lot of gold here. I didn't trade any. Do you see any gold trades here? I don't see any gold. I have this one up here, but that was the one I said that in a video before that actually I got profit taken, and I couldn't find the text where I managed it. But I do remember myself getting out of break even, but that one actually panned out for the full take profit, which looks like this. I'll just show it real quick. So I took this long. We actually hit the targets, but I personally exited around break even because something, I don't remember why, I'm stupid. But that actually hit the profit, and it was somewhere down here, and now it's come up and it's still going higher. So like I even missed some of these arrows, right? I don't take all the trades that I see here. So that was gold. And I'm pretty much same situation here. Like I think generally it could continue higher. I'm not updating my opinion on that just yet. And then of course you guys have known since the last video that I'm looking for oil to have come down to then resume higher, and I still have a higher probability confidence that that's eventually going to happen. It could happen from here, and I'm observing that, and I might share something with the paid subscribers if it happens. But I suspect we could see a higher move here. So I have that as an orange arrow, which means that it's a higher probability confidence, okay? And I might just make a quick note on that in my introduction thing. And introduction, block, explain, arrows. Okay, so I'll just like make a quick note to explain that with like a screenshot or something. I think we covered everything here. Coffee. There's been some news about coffee going out, that there's a drought in Brazil and all that. I don't watch any of that. You guys can watch. I've been bullish for a long time here, for half a year at least. It's been a pretty Bitcoin kind of like move. And you can see I actually do. If you're watching this long, you can see I actually do have a trade here. So if you're following me for free and you watched this far, then congratulations. This is a trade I shared with paid subscribers. So there you go. What I'm sort of seeing is that we have an all-time high breakout, And while I'm not saying it's gonna go full Bitcoin here or do something like Coco did, could do it, don't know. I definitely wanna see a little bit higher before we sort of just blindly predict that this is just gonna go back inside this 50-year range. I think if we look at this from a game theoretical standpoint, I think from any sort of controlling entity perspective of someone who has a vested interest in this market going higher or even going lower, building sentiment is important. So if this thing really pumps and does something like Coco did, that's when you get a bunch of activity about it on social media and all of that. And it doesn't really matter if it goes up or down. Creating these huge sentiment spikes is important. So it's been quiet for a little while, and the headlines I saw about all-time high and all that sort of gone. So it might get some room to run higher here. So that's what I'm watching. Getting a lot of alarms, guys. I'm sorry about that. It's actually euro. Gonna have to check that later. Not with you guys, unfortunately. And Bitcoin. So here's the arrows explained. So I don't fucking know, man. Like I'm not buying into all this Trump hype. You know, we have this fucking Trump and Melania coin now. I can guarantee you one thing. Trump is not president in 4 years. And I'm not even talking about the 8-year rule that the president can only sit for 8 years. I actually don't know if he can defend his presidency at the end of this year. Might want to check that. Because he's been having one term, then he lost it, and then he's won it again. So I think maybe he could defend his term one more time. Doesn't matter. I am 90% sure Trump is not president in the next election. And I am not... Elon Musk, I like him. In the entire AI space, I think he's the guy I trust. I distrust the least, is what I said. Obviously, the guy has his agendas and all of that shit, and that's fine. That's not a reason why I distrust him a bit. There's some things about the way he communicates. Honestly, all of this thing about how he treated certain personalities in the Path of Exile gaming community. And Trump, kicking in some takeover Panama, takeover Greenland kind of rhetorics that wasn't really present during the presidency. It's gonna be very volatile this year, guys, with Trump and stuff. And suddenly they make these fucking meme coins. Like, guys, if he advertised that during the election, I don't know. It's like they're trying to ride the high of the election win still. And obviously Musk is fettling in European politics right now, and I don't really care too much about that. Like, I always know his voiced opinion about, left-wing politics and whatnot. My concern is little tinfoil regarding Trump as a person, as to whether or not all of these bullish underlying fundamentals, if you will, specifically with the crypto market, but also stock market, that, they're going to do a Bitcoin Federal Reserve and whatnot. I mean, I just want to say in short that I do not really buy into all of that happening. And I think if they talk about it, it's just sort of going to be a thing that's delayed. And suddenly there's maybe a reaction in the stock market going lower. We get recessions, we get shitty economic data, and all of these things get sort of pushed to the sideline a bit. And Trump is going to get blamed for it. And I'm not even going to open this Trump coin thing because it's the ultimate motherfucking shit coin. And I think it's wrong for the president to create something like that, even if it's as a private person. I don't think this is... That's not what they should be doing with crypto for a federal, involvement with crypto, right? At the presidential level specifically, but even at a federal level with the Fed or something like that. I find it to be very wrong timed with the pricing of crypto as a whole right now and the hype that's around it and stuff like that. And to me, I just take all of these things that people might be like, oh, I don't want to buy, at the top, but Trump is pro Bitcoin, so I'm going to buy it anyway. That's kind of the narrative I'm seeing. So like even all of the people, it's very standard knowledge to not buy the high and to not sell the lows, right? But when the narrative becomes so strong America crypto, let's go. I love crypto and all of that, right? Trump, when the narrative is this strong and you still have some of the things I'm seeing, technically speaking, I share a lot of that with founders and stuff like that. I just think, what if this shit actually just crashed? Even Trump coin, like Trump is not interested in Bitcoin being, high valued, right? He wants his fucking Trump coin to be, the fucking moon, right? I mean, why else would he fucking create it? So it's the Trump coin, if it even stays around. It's a shit coin as far as I'm concerned, but if it stays around, it's a competition to Bitcoin, right? I mean, it has to be. So, I mean, you can argue that all of it lifts each other, all of them lifts each other up in unison and whatnot, but like that's not how I see it, okay? And overall, it looks pretty good. But I just don't want to look for something to buy it high. I just don't see it. I don't see another 2017. I don't see another 2020. Where I think just pumps above all-time high. People might argue, oh, this is where we are, right? And then it's going to go to like 150K. Or people might argue that this is where we are, right? Or whatever. We need an all-time chart here, right? This video is becoming a bit longer than I wanted, but it's fine. Bitstamp is gone, I guess. So I think Coinbase is pretty old. Not even. Holy fuck. BTC USD. Bitstamp, there we go. Nice. So what people are probably thinking is that we're somewhere like around here, or God forbid down here, but probably people think we're somewhere around here, right? Or they might think that it's like this super stupid. They think we are here. This is where we are right now, and the next, it's gonna do this, right? Which equivalently is this going to like 500K. No. No. That's not gonna happen. And if it's gonna happen, not for the next 10 years. I just like 95% probability, 99% even. But with that being said, I was bullish. I bought it down here. You can go back through my content. I bought it here, come higher, boom, boom, boom. I can go back and find the trades for you in my blog, but I'm not gonna do it here. So this could go higher from here. I do think if we lose, I don't really want to buy it, but I would say if we come down and sort of lose this low here, I think we might start seeing something. I want to look at the stock market at the time, but that's kind of what I have for you for now on crypto. So I just think the sentiment is at a complete all-time high, and it's completely bullish, and it's rooted in the irrefutable stance that Trump is going to carry the crypto market to the heaven because he's pro-crypto, right? Right. Let's see if that happens. I mean, I'm staying open-minded. And at the end of the day, all of these fundamentals, I don't really use it for trading. But, I trade Bitcoin when I see a long. All of the things I know about trading that I use technically to take trades with is not telling me to long right now. And it has nothing to do with what I'm showing you here, okay? Those things I show with the founder videos, and they're usually 1 hour long. I do very extensive analysis. So if you ever get interested in that, you could become a founder for 1 year and sort of follow and commit a little bit, right? I think the price is relatively cheap right now. Because as you guys know, I keep the blog. Let me just make another over here so guys I can show you. Let me actually just find that Bitcoin trade. What time was this? It's like November. God, it's lagging. This spreadsheet is so fucking huge now. I might have to restart it soon. I have like fucking 10,000 rows in this thing. Let's find it. November 2024. Let's do Control F, I guess. BTC. This shit is lagging, huh? But the trade was taken definitely at the end of October for sure, so let's see if we can find it. It was a huge risk reward. So, you can find all of these trades I have here, guys, and you will see that they are all verifiable exactly the same way as anything else. It wasn't this one, but I also took a long here probably. Here we go. So you see these huge risk reward returns here. Not exactly sure why this is a long. Maybe it's a different. No, it's not. Here it is. I don't know exactly what happened. I copied these things in chunks. I think I had 6 positions. but I copied them one by one as I reached more take profits, right? So that's what happened, I think. But you can see the trade here, and I shared it with the timestamp with the Substack paid subscriber section, of course. So there's that. What? It wasn't the trade I was looking for actually, but this trade went home actually. So that was a shorter term trade. I'm gonna have long term, short term labels here, so that's good. But I think I had a trade before that then, but that was one of them where I went long. That was at 69,000, down here somewhere, and we longed up to 70,000. Maybe it was from down here, like 69,000 up to 70,000, and this stuff here. I definitely had a trade before that as well. So yeah, I wish I could kind of just find it here. But what I wanted to show you was my subscriber membership and price mathematics section, where right now, because I have 7 paid subscribers, I actually have much more. I think I have 34 free subscribers now. The prices you see for subscribing is 25 euros per month, and the founder price of that would be by the way, it should be 37, but I'm not increasing it just yet. And the founder will be 77 euros per month, and the founder price per month right now is 45. So it's like something 400, I think, in total for a year, and you can only subscribe founder for the full year. All my data is here, and the price is calculated based on a model I have made where you can make money with fake money, of course. None of the trades here are real money. So with a fake money account, you can get a positive result based on the data I have here and days since I started tracking. And it's in the last 365 days where I have made 1379 net R. And today I made 50, by the way. So it's not that much considering if I make 50 every day. I wish. And if you start with the 5,000 account, you would potentially, with 10% fees and 0.5% risk per trade, you could compound it up to 2.4 million after 12 months. So that's what this result is showing. So obviously that means 0.5% risk per execution. So 6 trades would be 3% risk. So it's a high risk, right? But that's how I calculated it. I hope the numbers are right. So you can see my formulas and everything here. And yeah, kind of looks like oil was spailing a little bit. But yeah. So I just wanted to show that the founder price, if I had 0% discount, okay, this is the discount, and right now we have 95% discount. The founder price per year would be 1,500, and the monthly subscription would be 700. Okay, I think actually, is that correct? What is this? Okay, so that's what this is. How is this 37 times? Maybe it's right. It's about right, isn't it? It's about twice as much. So founder, you pay double the money, but you also commit for 1 year. And with the monthly subscription, it would be 700 a month if I had 500 subscribers. So the earlier you subscribe, the more value you get. Because if you subscribe down here, you will stay at that subscription price, even if we are at the 500 subscription. And of course, if you forget to update your paid subscription, and I know you from, I will take note of like everyone, the first 100 subscribers, I will take note of their emails. And even if you guys somehow lose your subscription and now it's more expensive, I will of course allow you guys to get into subscribe at the last price that you subscribed at. I'm not going to be unreasonable like that. So there we go. Some stats about my subscribers, and that's how that works. So I'm going to upload this, guys, and then I'm going to get back to work. I don't think I'm going to produce more videos and content today. So as you can see, I don't really care about production, how I do this and shit. I fucking make journals. I just share what's on my mind and share it, right? So there you go. I'm going to press stop recording now. 3, 2, 1, go.